Good evening, health advocates. Tonight we're here to talk about melatonin. Now, guys, you know my passion for hormones, and melatonin is an absolute must in anyone's diet and lifestyle these days. Okay, tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about what is melatonin, how melatonin works, how do you get or rebuild your melatonin naturally, what some great supplements we do which include melatonin, and some great caveats for anti-aging medicine which include melatonin. Okay, what does melatonin do? Melatonin is a hormone that you make every day from your pineal gland, and what happens is it's governed by the sunlight. So as the sun goes down at night, your melatonin comes up. As the sun comes up in the morning, your melatonin goes down. So it's regulated and regulates your circadian rhythm, as does the sunshine. So therefore, if you're getting a poor quality night's sleep, therefore you've got to go check your melatonin levels. But what else does melatonin do? With this circadian rhythm, it has a huge effect on your hormone or reproductive hormones. That's why we use it so extensively in fertility. Yes, it's a fertility hormone. If you want more information, ask us. What else do we use it? We use it as an antioxidant. Why? Because it's a free radical scavenger. Therefore, when you get exposed during the day by a lot of oxidative stress, the environment, the pollution, a poor diet, heavy metals, EMF from your phone, these all are wear and tearing, and melatonin protects you. It's a great antioxidant. Okay, you need a good night's sleep to get a good level. What about the last thing? Gut motility. Did you know gut motility is heavily regulated by the amount of melatonin you make? There's a recent study they looked at reducing GERD and stomach acid production, and they improved it by just using melatonin once a day. These are great studies. We've just told you last week to get off your low sec, think of melatonin. Okay, so that's how what melatonin does. I've spoken about where you make it, and your most abundant supply is going to be at night. How would I test my melatonin levels? I love saliva testing. I would do it on the way to bed, if you wake up in the night, and first thing in the morning. If you can't do your melatonin that way, you could certainly do it by a urine test. We can't do a blood test because clearly you're not going to go throughout the evening. So therefore we test it. If it's low, we're going to use supplementation with melatonin. Okay, I got to say I've been melatonin testing even for the last 2 years. I haven't seen someone with a high melatonin in a long time. So therefore, we can pretty much all assume many of us have low melatonin. So how do I get melatonin? Well, the first way I get melatonin is look at my gut. I need a good gut function. Why? Because I need to absorb those amino acids and the magnesium that make melatonin. So what do I love? How am I going to improve good gut function? Well, the first thing is I love a good probiotic. I do love this one in particular because it's rich in a magnesium orotate and a coenzyme Q10 with good probiotics. You take 1 or 2 a day and to replace good gut flora. And you've got to think of gut flora or good probiotic therapy is going to be at least for 3 months, guys. It's not a short cycle, it's a continuous cycle. Don't forget your magnesium, so add it with it, they go together. That makes good GABA. What's my next thing? Okay, I've said about my gut function's not good. What about if I'm not eating enough amino acids? How do I make melatonin? Well, I make it from tryptophan or 5-hydroxytryptophan, which is the active form. So therefore, we do a wonderful product in-house called amino acid sleep repair. That's the amino acid you need to make melatonin. That's why I love it. It boosts up your own natural supply. So please ask us about that or buy it online. It's a wonderful product. Okay, what else is going on when I have low melatonin? Okay, what about what's around us, our diet, our poor diet? Absolutely, a diet rich in sugars, you'll push up your cortisol, and by pushing up your cortisol, you'll lower your melatonin. Please look at your diet. You need to look at a real paleo type diet for at least 45 days and remove all those sugars to boost up your own melatonin. Okay, exercise, absolutely. 30 minutes a day, sweat it, get it out there, boost your own melatonin because you sleep better. Okay, what about these devices? There was a great conference on the weekend with ACNAM and it spoke about the overexposure of blue light at night or electromagnetic radiation or EMF. These are the biggest culprit. We all have one. We all use it too much. We look at it at night. Okay, what happens? It suppresses our melatonin. Please take this out of your bedroom. Please do not use this as your alarm clock. Please keep it 3 meters away from your bedroom. Okay, you must. Good sleep hygiene involves a very black room, no blue light, no televisions, darkening curtains, and you need to fall asleep within 15 minutes. If you're not, that's a great sign that your melatonin's low. What are some other signs that my melatonin's low? Okay, what about my blood pressure rising because I'm not relaxing? What about tense and tight muscles around my neck when I wake up and when I go to sleep? What about a low pulse rate? These are all signs of low melatonin. Anxious, snappy, irritable, not good night's sleep. That's low melatonin. Okay, probably the nuts. What do I do? I've talked about diet and lifestyle tips. I talk about natural ways you can rebuild it. But how about what if your decision is to take melatonin as it is mine? Okay, we do wonderful melatonin products here, and this is working with your doctors to supplement it back. So you can have an immediate release melatonin, you can have a slow release melatonin, or you can have a combinational depending on how quickly you fall asleep and how often you wake up overnight. And these can all be added in with amino acids and magnesium. Fantastic products. Now, I said at the beginning of the talk I was going to end up with something sensational. The research now is melatonin on your skin, transdermal melatonin. Okay, why? It reduces skin aging. Look, ladies, I think there's one thing about anti-aging medicine. We want to look great going into our 50s and 60s, okay? How about the concept of applying melatonin to your skin when you've got poor levels or poor sleep? Okay, we're just not going to put melatonin. I'm going to add some wonderful magnesium, some MSM, some B3 every night as an anti-aging formula. And I can give you an example of what it looks like. And ta-da, melatonin cream. It's actually melatonin rebuilding cream. You put it on every night and it's for anti-aging. I hope this has given you lots of information about melatonin. It's a hormone I love. If any of you are thinking about travel into the near future, please talk to us about our travel protocol for melatonin. You need to have it 3 days before you leave, 3 days when you arrive, and the same journey when you come home. Okay, it works like a treat. It stops jet lag. For many of you travelers out there, you must take your melatonin when you travel. Okay, I hope you had a lovely night. Look forward to seeing you next week. We are going to talk more about hormone dysregulation and those mobile phones, which I'm passionate about. So good night. Catch you next week. Ciao.